Everybody saying Alabama's going away. Man, slap yourself. Like, you have to be crazy. You're on meth and cocaine combined. For real.
What more can I say?
Top billing.
Yo, top billing to ya. Roll Tide Nation, what is going on, folks? Man, I know it's been a while and we haven't had the best of relationships up on the Top Billing Sports YouTube channel, but I'm ready to extend an olive branch because I feel like I was the best cat covering Alabama football for the past 5 years as a sports writer, podcast host, radio host, all of that, man. So it is what it is. I guess folks can see now, can be a little bit more humble and see that I was not hating. And when I said that there were some things that I didn't feel about or feel good about with the Alabama football team, that it was just being neutral. It's just neutral analysis there. So with that being said, I'm still going to continue to be neutral, and people who like that type of coverage, like that type of quality content that I feel that I bring, man, slide on over, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know, I might even extend it and get the Patreon back. I want to attract a whole new group of Alabama subscriber, at least to the Patreon, patreon.com/Alabama Scheme Team. I think everybody's going on that bad boy, so I can get a whole grip of new people who like quality, neutral analysis. So if you like that, patreon.com/Alabama Scheme Team, you can get why I feel certain things happen the way that they happen and get some real good film analysis that way. I talked about the quality depth. I didn't feel that. I felt like some of the stuff with the scheme didn't really make sense to me. I felt like Alabama got away from being Alabama. Too much recruiters on the staff, not enough teachers. But now I feel like Alabama's about to build another like a monster teaching staff. And I think it starts on the offensive side of the ball with both Butch Jones and Coach Sark, man, Steve Sarkisian. That's my guy, man. Both of those guys are my guy. A lot of people like to poo-poo on those guys, but those are some of the most successful, best offensive minds in the business. And you got them both on the same staff with a loaded offensive personnel, you know. Quarterback, receiving targets, running back, Trey Sanders is there, Brian Robinson, Najee Harris. These guys are about to be off the chain. And I think a guy like Sark, a teacher like that, and a teacher like Butch Jones with the type of stuff that they can do, can get back to being Alabama and controlling the line of scrimmage. And you know the throw game is going to be there. It's going to be elite. It's going to be perhaps the best in the country. But if you can control that line of scrimmage and work off the run like you used to, it's going to be tough to beat Alabama still. So everybody saying Alabama's going away, man, slap yourself. Like, you have to be crazy. You're on meth and cocaine combined, for real. But I think that we should get a little bit of tactics and strategy, and I'll show you what I think that Sarkisian could bring with the style of football, mess with Alabama's personnel, and I think can be pretty good, man. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to do a full-on coaching evaluation video here pretty soon, but I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the hiring of former Rutgers head coach Kyle Flood, who was also with the Atlanta Falcons with Coach Sarkisian as the offensive line coach. And I think that you can see some really good stuff with the offensive line, getting a little bit more physical and just some of the stuff here. So we'll see a T-lead tosser right here. We'll go back and diagram this bad boy. But, man, can you imagine an explosive player like Trey Sanders, very much like a Tevin Coleman we see right here? It could get pretty ugly if Bama gets back to establishing itself along the line of scrimmage and generating explosive plays. There were not a lot of explosive plays out of the run game last season, and I expect that to happen with the combination of Kyle Flood and Steve Sarkisian. Now check this out. You saw already in the A block of this, the motion man. The motion man is going to catch everybody and change the strength of the offense right here, as you see. 4-man, it got a kind of an even tactic scenario right here. 4 to one side of the center, 4 to the other. But look how many men you have along right here. So being able to get this bad boy out, being under center, not always about being in the gun, right? Being under center, being able to change your downhill lanes and do a lot of different things, coming out with your play action, boots and waggles and different things like that to push the ball down the field. A lot of the stuff you see in the West Coast offense, some of the stuff that was in vogue when Lane Kiffin was around. As you know, Lane Kiffin and Sarkisian are very much similar. very much similar. So, all right, you're going to get a T-lead right here. Tackle on the pull. You're going to have a cross formation block back to the first man, smoking the line of scrimmage here from the H-back. Kind of an angle hinge right here by the second tight end in the game. So there you go, double tight ends. You got 12 personnel right here, 1 back, 2 tight ends. And then you'll be able to get the alley right here also from your receiver. Being able to take that wide range right here, that wide motion, being able to get the back right there and turn out, angle it out, pitch it out to him. Good stuff, man. I really like this type of football. I think that was kind of missing with Alabama, and you can see some really good results on something like this. Your man Trey Sanders out in space. Good night. And toss right there. You see the split flow action. A lot of carnage right here. A lot of stuff. The split flow action right here actually caught the strong side linebacker, made him pause, so it allowed for one of the linemen to climb up to the second level and get on him. You see the blocking out here by the receivers. You know, Alabama receivers can block as well. Got your T lead right here, your tackle lead. Everybody pitching in, just creating a lot of space out there. Look at the alley right there. If you're a fast guy like Tevin Coleman, Trey Sanders, Brian Robinson, all these guys with a ton of breakaway speed, they just need the opportunity. Nothing but air and opportunity. You can get some stuff like that. So bring in a lot of those zone schemes, but a lot of the gap schemes as well. Everything should be good, man. There's some good stuff right here coming out of the motion. Boom. Fake the stretch. Coming out with NFL concepts. Plant, fire, back over to the over route right there. All right, I love how the West Coast offense works off of zone flow. So you're going to have zone flow right there from the offensive line. Motion man coming right here, recreating the strength. Going to have, obviously, a fake right here like you're running a stretch, so they'll be working out of the stretch. Going to have Matt Ryan coming right here, faking the stretch and booting back over to the plant. So it's be kind of a variation of a Yankee concept because you'll have a crosser right here by the tight end, inside receiver. If they keep it the way it is, obviously this would be like a Jerry Jeudy. Be running kind of a deep over route right here. And how are you going to defend that? You better have some really good cornerbacks to be able to defend something like this because all kinds of stuff is going to come off of it. First of all, they'll be running that stretch a lot and get you into the stretch, and then they'll be working your eye discipline and just your overall discipline in general. So one more time. Show it. The ball handling is going to be off the chain as well. You know, Sark is a stickler for detail when it comes to ball handling. Whip that head around, plant. You see right here, 2 options. Matt Ryan could very well took in the shallow option right here, but he sees the safety shaded over right here, and it's one safety there. So one safety, if you can't turn and flip your hips and you got a man coming back the other direction, running the deep over, good night. All you have to do is lead him to where you want him to go. And we know Tua can do that. Good throw right here. Matt Ryan actually got nailed. Pushing the ball downfield. I even like the ability to mash up personnel. You have your running back, Tevin Coleman, right here in the tight slot. You have your tight end actually in the backfield, or normally where your running back would be. Kind of have a 2-man route combination going on right here with Tevin Coleman and the great Julio Jones. Julio will be running kind of a skinny post, right? And you have an out route right here by the inside receiver. So a 2-man game, kind of a levels concept right there, working with the 2 high safeties. So being able to split those safeties. Boom, right there. Man coverage. Place the ball where it needs to be. Let your men get upfield. One more time. All right, some of the red zone stuff looked a little clunky to me for Alabama. I always thought that Alabama was the truth with what I call 20-20 vision, meaning offense between the 20s. However, when the red zone, when everything's shrunk and you can flood a bunch of bodies into the coverage, I thought a lot of stuff kind of stiffened up right there. So a lot of that is about line of scrimmage, and a lot of that is just about tactical warfare right here, man. You see them right there working out of the spread. Being able to manipulate with the eyes right there. You see the linebacker widen enough to get the quick slant right here to your man, Calvin Ridley. Pinpoint accuracy. But just being able to work out of the spread or something like that. Don't necessarily have to constrict them to the middle of the field to try to get what you want. Just being able to expand and constrict as well. But I have a lot more, man. It's just a little something right there. I can go extremely in-depth into this. Have a lot of footage to be able to work with right there. So make sure you're on that patreon.com/Alabama Scheme Team. But make sure you tell somebody, if you're out there and you ain't no goofy-ass Alabama fan, don't hop up on the channel. I'm still going to stay to that. If you goofy, don't hop up on my channel. I'm just going to block you. I'm in extra block mode in the off season. So, but if you really want to learn something and learn about your team, and you don't want to be around a bunch of lames who steal phrases or something like that, or all they do is just pump up stuff when there's clearly glaring needs, come to Top Billing Sports right here, man. I'll have something for you for real. And we can get it done like that. But, of course, I'm your boy Murf, the Underground King. You already know what time it is. King Murf back up in the building with a little bit of Alabama coverage. So I hope you guys are liking that. I'm loving some of these offensive hires, definitely. My favorite hire actually may be on the defensive side of the ball thus far. But I'll talk about that in another video and as this coaching staff starts to take shape. So ain't nothing like a good coaching staff. Teaching staff. It's great to have these recruiters and have the #1 ranked class, but if you can't coach them up, I don't know what to tell you, right? But we'll see. Alabama ain't going nowhere, though, so believe that. But until next time, peace.
What more can I say?
Top billing.